meditation today will be mostly music, the triple M, mostly music meditation. We will start with a simple chant you will hear called Peace I Am. We will close with that chant, Peace I Am. Blessings. Peace I am. 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 These words reflect the simplicity of spirituality, the truth of who we are. At our core, the one mind is peace. Peace 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 As we quiet the mind, relax the body, we become more aware of the peace within. Allow the music now to take you on your very own sacred journey into truth, peace, joy, and a remembrance of the eternal oneness of humanity and all of life. silence. Thank you, Great Spirit. Aho. Amen. 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 And we can say together, and so it is.
Is this on? There we go. We will come back in here at 10:30 for service. You're welcome to stay in here in this nice, beautiful juiciness, or you can hang out in the lobby in between. We'll see you back here at 10:30.
Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. Did you know you're one with God for eternity? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. You're not a stranger anymore. Now you're family. So welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. Did you know you're one with God? Did you know you're one with God for eternity? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. You're not a stranger. You're not a stranger anymore. Now you're family. All right, that was dress rehearsal. This is for true. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. Did you know you're one? Did you know you're one with God for eternity? That's like forever. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. You're not a stranger. You're not a stranger anymore. Now you're family. You're not a stranger anymore. Now you're family. And now a word from our sponsor.
I had the money to sponsor. But I'm abundant, right? I am abundant. I'm abundant. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dawn Bauer. I'm a practitioner here. Actually, let me start over. Hi. My name is Dawn Bauer. I am a practitioner here. My license is with Mile High Church in Lakewood, Colorado. So that came out a lot better than the first time I tried it. So we have a different thing going on today, and raise your hand if you have witnessed Armand and Angelina before. Okay, so you guys are coming back for more. You said, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Let me get back in there and see these guys again. And who is here for the first time seeing them? All right, awesome. And who is just here for the first time? All right. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm going to we are going to welcome each other. So if everybody can stand up and send an extra welcome over there to the new guy. But what we're doing here is we're just sending love through our hands, okay? And we are going to say this welcome here together. It's on the screen. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We know who you truly are. You are the spiritual image and likeness of God. We appreciate you, we love you, and we are thankful you are here. Welcome to the center. And for our newcomer, just make sure that you get a packet before you leave. We've got okay, perfect. So we're so glad that you're here, and just know that this is a special day today, so this is not our normal service. But yeah, please come back and see a regular service. I don't know, maybe we won't even compare to what today is going to be. Today is going to be amazing. So just know that. And now we are going to say our mission statement together. So again, it's on the screen. Let's read this together. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower each other to experience ourselves as a unique expression of God, the love intelligence that governs the universe. We consciously practice kindness, compassion, and forgiveness in our everyday lives and commit to being a powerful and beneficial presence on our planet. Through the study of the science of mind and spirit and the energy of unconditional love, simply, we are here for God. And if you weren't here last night, there was an event that happened last night. But we are here today. And I would, actually, I forgot about before I officially welcome these two, and I'm just gonna, I don't know if there's another slide we can put up for just like, so there's not this up there while they're playing, but so we just remembered, well, I just remembered, somebody else remembered because they brought a cake here, but at the first Sunday of every month, we do the birthdays for September, or the birthdays for the month. So if it's your birthday this month, go ahead and stand up. Yay! Look at all these birthdays. So we're gonna sing happy birthday. Here we go. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Stay standing.
You are wonderful. Happy birthday to you. Let's sing it again.
Happy birthday to you.
We love you, love you.
Happy birthday to you.
We're thinking of you.
Happy birthday.
You are wonderful. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha.
Woo! And you guys can just stay there because I'm going to introduce
Just
you right
like
now.
the record, only better.
Yeah. So I know these guys have already been dancing and singing up here on the stage, but let me officially introduce them. So Armand is an award-winning songwriter and inspirational speaker whose enthusiastic presence inspires us all to love life passionately. Don't we already feel that? Angelina's angelic and heart-opening voice, man, if you were here for the meditation, draws from many languages. She was classically trained at Indiana University and was formerly with Epcot Center. They are international performers using song, stories, and humor to remind us now to open our hearts and remember that we are meant to experience heaven on earth. Please put your hands together for Armand and Angelina.
I'm reminded of the word perfect. What feels more perfect in the big picture? When everything goes exactly the way it's planned and perfect, or when it becomes perfect because you color out of the lines? We're out of the line coloring people. That's why we're all here. So thank you. I know for a fact that absence makes the heart grow fonder, because we're used to being away for 2 years, and this time it was 4 years. And boy, did we miss y'all. Yes. And we're so happy to be back. Thank you. I was also inspired by our opening meditation when you talked about the lushness. And I was thinking about how often during the soggy times we focus on the soggy and forget to realize that it's the sogginess and the challenges that help us become lush as people. And so the trick is to be yourself and feel what you feel, but know that the lushness and the richness is around the corner. The rainbow gets more and more colors all the time as we get exposed to different things. So we're going to sing a song with you now. We hope you will join us. The words are very simple. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Experiencing a little glitch, we will fix that because it's perfect when you do that.
That's right. Let there be music, right?
Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Like the Macarena, we got hand movement. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. If every journey begins with a single step, I'm taking my first step now. If we are to be the change that we want to see, I'm changing myself now. Always a good place to start, the one in the mirror. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Come on, let's get funky. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Yeah. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Yo, 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 don't wait for peace to come. Be the change you want to see. Gandhi said that, yo.
You never know what you're going to get.
Y'all are winding me up. You got to be careful. You wind me up too much with all this excitement. Having fun. So one of the ways we like to get our spiritual messages is from movies and musicals. And we look for it. Like a lot of people that might not have seen, like if you saw that metaphysical movie called Wayne's World. It was all about manifestation, the law of attraction. He saw that Stratocaster and he went, oh yes, it will be mine. You know, that's the law of attraction in action right there. Right there. So yeah, we like to look at those kind of movies. And one of the greatest ones to me with a wonderful spiritual message about this too shall pass, or things are working out the way they're supposed to be, was the movie The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. Who saw it? Awesome. By the way, I'd like to reiterate, please give Reverend Denise and the regular staff a second chance and come back again next week. Thank you. Okay. So, yes. So that movie, The Young Innkeeper, we've sung this here before, always said the same thing when people would complain. He never made them wrong for complaining, but he always said, everything will be okay in the end. And when they would say, but it's not okay now, it's not the end. And he obviously was a science of mind practitioner. He just didn't know it. So, of course, we wrote a song about it. So this is Everything Will Be Okay in the End. With a Caribbean flair. Here we go, here we go. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Nothing in this universe will ever last. So if you're feeling low, this too shall pass. Nothing in this universe will ever last. So if you're feeling low, this too shall pass. Because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. We're gonna sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Every happy song, he sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la. Even when the darkness seems to hide your way, after every night, a brand new day. Even when the downpour seems to hide your way, after every rain, a sunny day. A sunny day. A sunny day, coral day. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Just the audience. Perfect. Let's sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. comes the tricky part. Even when it all just seems to go your way, don't get attached, it's gonna change. Even when it all just seems to go your way, no matter how many times you saw The Secret, it's still gonna change. That's okay, because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. It's not the end. It's not the end. So if you don't like the weather, wait a day. It's not the end. It's not the end. You can't believe all they do is talk about politics on TV. It's not the end. It's not the end. So another fantastic metaphysical movie that we love, it's called The Never-Ending Story. Many people have seen The Never-Ending Story. So Roger was hoping that we might be able to do that, and I was like, well, we haven't really worked it up at this time because we haven't done it in a while, so I'm just going to give the most metaphysical aspect of the song from the movie, and this is, reach the stars, fly a fantasy, dream a dream, and what you see will be never-ending story. Ah, we're all living our never-ending story. Thank you. Another word for the eternal God being in all of us that was here before we were born in this life will be with us for eternity. That's our never-ending story. And now, I will turn it over to Miss lovely Angelina.
All right. Well, today's title talk is the message, there is only one race, the human race. And Armand will be talking about humanity and how when we separate ourselves and judge others, we feel the consequences of unloving behavior and self-judgment. And so before I hand it back over to Armand, I'm just going to read a quote from Mother Teresa. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. All right.
So I'm going to start off with a joke that I imagine 40 to 50% of you have heard, but it's just too good not to repeat. So, what does the Buddhist say at the hot dog stand? Make me one with everything. Now, what the Buddhist doesn't realize is the hot dog vendor is a science of mind practitioner. So the dog is like $3.99. Buddhist gives her $5 and says, where's my change? And the practitioner says, you as well as anyone should know that change comes from within. All right. So yes, we're going to be talking about the truth of who we are, which is completely one with everyone. You know, there's a whole idea that what we put out comes back to us. We've all heard that. There's a million different ways to look at that, but what we put out into the universe comes back to us. But in a way, it's a little bit of a misnomer because there is not put out and back. It's all us. We're all part of it. So whatever we are putting out into us, we're going to experience. And like Angelina says, you know, when you feel separated from other people, when you feel like you're better than or less than, either way, you're wrong. And there's a consequence of thinking thoughts that are negative. They've actually proven that there's a lot of brain chemicals that make us feel good. They're called the dose chemicals, which is dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. But we're not going to talk a whole lot about that. That's another sermon. But the thing is, when you think thoughts of oneness, your brain responds. when you think thoughts of oneness, your brain responds to kind of encourage more of that. Have you ever noticed when you judge someone, you feel bad? It's not just that you feel bad in your thoughts. Your chemicals don't want you to do that. So they either deplete you of the good stuff or put some negative chemicals in there. And that is what Abraham Hicks calls your internal GPS. So when you're thinking, I'm one with everybody, when you're more empathetic, when somebody does something negative, you go, they must be going through a tough time. I'm going to send them extra love. You feel good when you do that. It's not just in your mind, it's also in the actual chemistry of your body. So listen to your body. When you're doing something that feels good, when you're around people that feel good, when you have the idea that everyone is your brother and sister in life and that they are all part of your divine humanity, you actually will produce chemicals like oxytocin and things like that that actually make you feel good. And when you feel separated, it never feels good. Even if you think, well, I feel separated because I'm better and they're not quite as good. Then you're trying to protect your betterness all the time. That doesn't feel good. So, as many of you, I did not grow up in the science of mind. I did not grow up in New Thought. Went to traditional places, and they all had their gifts, but none of them really, really, really filled me, and none of them felt like they were really in alignment with what was coming from my insides. And like most people that end up in a New Thought church for the first time, they go, oh my God, I'm home. I had no place, idea that there was a place like this. And they're talking about this. I remember one of my friends says, Armand, it was a Unity church. He says, Armand, I went to this church the other day. They talk like you. And I went, there's no way. They're not a church if they talk like me. And they said, well, it's a church for people that don't like church. So that was it. So yes, 84, I started going to that church, and then I found Science of Mind in 89 and realized that I had found a philosophy that I didn't have to contort myself to fit into. Anybody ever contort themselves? It's horrible. Unless you're Houdini, it is not cool, okay? We contort ourselves to fit into an idea, and what always surprises me is the great spiritual leaders of the world, the masters that came here and stepped out of the box so much that they either got killed or ostracized or whatever, they all had a similar message of oneness. You know, they all had, a version of do unto others as you do unto yourself, because it is yourself. That's it. That's really when they were so evolved, they didn't see an us in them. They just saw an us, a one, an us. And yet, the people that get excited about their teachings often create a bunch of dogma to separate them from other people. And I never really liked any of that dogma stuff. I'm like, I can't imagine a God with rules. I see God, more like a pirate, they're not really rules, they're more like guidelines, And so you just sort of follow the guidelines. And guess what? You'll know if you're in the guidelines by how you feel, by how your chemicals are, by how people respond to you. Now, sometimes you can do everything right and they still won't respond to you well. That's fine too. You'll know on the inside if you're living your truth. So early on in my career, I'm going to guess maybe before, when I was still playing in rock bands, but going to church on Sunday, which was really weird, going to church on Sunday after being out till my last gig would be from like 1 to 2 a.m., and then we'd all go out to this place called Denny's. I don't know if they still have them. And we'd be nothing but rock musicians. It was so interesting because the waitresses would always come up when they couldn't see you, and they'd go, can we get you ladies anything? And all the men would turn around, yeah, we'll have a fruit salad, because they had this big long hair, and the ladies would see them from the back. Anyway, so that was my life, and then I'd crawl into church, and I just loved this teaching. It was so great, and then my songwriting changed. I started writing songs that didn't fit into the clubs anymore, and one of the very first songs I wrote was My Karma Ran Over My Dogma. Is that, by the way, that's it, you got it. My karma ran over my dogma. And there's actually a book by Swami Andananda. Does anybody know Swami Andananda? Steve Berriman is his real name. Well, I shouldn't say his real name, his birth name. His real name is also Swami Andananda, and he's a comedic guru. He calls himself a yogi from Muskogee because he's from Oklahoma. He lives in California. He and his wife have stayed with us before in Orlando. And Swami wrote a book, Curb Your Dogma. Yeah, drive your karma and curb your dogma. And that may have somehow inspired this song. So this is a little blues song about my challenge, finding my way here. And then it being such a sweet reward to find new thought in these principles that, again, I don't have to change. I can flow into and grow into. I was feeling kind of hungry for a guaranteed salvation. There were churches by the hundreds, how to choose. I spent all day looking through the yellow pages, each one saying that they knew the only truth. I made a few calls and then I finally got the answer. I needed to be baptized to be saved. The preacher said I oughta get dunked under the water. So I did and caught pneumonia that same day. And then my karma ran over my dogma, and my rosary beads spilled out on the road. I forgot the words to my mantra. I flushed my shouldas down the commode. I was watching late night TV, feeling guilty for my actions, when I saw this guy with big hair in a band that sounded swell. He told me that he had the only key to get to heaven, and he said you other folks are going to hell. I tell you that this sounded pretty good to my poor ego. A members only club, that's for me. Well, when I saw the list of all the things I couldn't do, I changed the channel to Donnie and Marie. And then my karma ran over my dogma, and my rosary beads, they spilled out on the road. I forgot the words to my mantra. I flushed my shouldas down the road. I thought that I was surely gonna someday meet the devil. I'd never find a place to call my own. Then I met this New Thought guy, and I gave his church a try. And he took me to a place that he called home. Oh yeah. They said there were no rules for me to follow. They told me any clothing style was okay. They thought it kind of cool when I wore eggplant suits. And they offered me a singing job with pay. I sang, my karma ran over my dogma, and my rosary beads spilled out on the road. I forgot the words to my mantra. I flushed my shouldas, dirty shouldas, stinking shouldas, down the road. I flushed them way down. What a bunch of enthusiasm I'm feeling out here today. That's awesome. Angelina, would you share, you found some sort of little quote or something from some religion or something you wanted to share. Was that okay? I'm probably out of order, but you know. She has to rope me in now and then. It's just, where's Armand going now?
So there's a religion called the Baha'i, and it's all about oneness and connection. So I read this and I wanted to read it to you. Commitment to oneness. Baha'is believe that we belong to one human family, characterized by harmony and cooperation. Here are a few spiritual components. Every human being was created in the spirit of God's utmost love. God gave each person a soul which has no gender, race, ethnicity, or social class. When it comes to diversity, we can see God's glorious handwork and see the beauty in one another. So I thought that was so beautiful. What a beautiful way to follow.
Thank you. Thank you for finding that and sharing that, wonderful, because there's so much information about our oneness. We really have to step out of ourselves, our human selves, to see ourselves as separate. If we're connected, we're going to see that oneness. Now, that doesn't mean that we're all the same, okay? Who would want to go to an orchestral symphony where it was all the same instruments, all playing the same notes, okay? Wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be oneness. That would be monotony. That would be boring. So if we're going to be part of the orchestra, we know we're all part of the universal divine orchestra, okay? The universe, one orchestra. So if we're all part of that one orchestra, we still get to play our individual contributing elements that add our flair. And guess what? Nobody can do it like we can. Each of us individually. There's never been one before, never will be one after. You've probably heard the old saying, be yourself, everyone else is taken. You know, we're going to be teaching a flute class today, and we have students that will sometimes think that they're not going to be good enough, and I always say the same thing. There has never, ever been, nor ever will be anyone that can play your flute song as well as you. So just come here, and I'll teach you how to play your flute song. I'm not going to teach you how to play my flute song. We don't need you to play my flute song. There's already somebody there doing that. Teach you to play your song. So in our individuality, and as we're discovering how we can show up, how we can do what we came here to do, we're going to be different, okay? At our core, we're all part of the one orchestra, but we're going to have our own different tone, our own different character, our own different flavor, our own different color, okay? We will color our world the way that works best for us with the colors that are right for us. This young lady here said that with our turquoise and purple, we are doing lots of fabulous things in the world. I have no idea about the colors stuff, but I know that colors are also like aromatherapy and other things, our smells and the sounds and the visuals. All of that is part of what gets us in tune and makes us feel good. So I know that when we put these colors on, they make us feel good. And you said sights and sounds and smells, okay? They all are part of our spiritual journey. We have these five senses, probably several more, but these five senses are being fed, okay, through all of this. So as we become our individual expression of the oneness, it can be easy because it works so well for us to sort of think that's what other people should do too. Anybody ever do that? It kind of comes out. Knowing this crowd, it's probably been done more to us than from us, okay? Trying to tell people that they need to be a certain way and that you're coloring too far out of the lines. You're to yourself. Be less of yourself. You know, we probably had more of that than we've dished out. But some of that happens even in New Thought. We find a New Thought principle that we really work, that we believe is an eternal principle, and then we tell other people they need to think it too, you know. And I've caught myself on Facebook writing things as if it's the absolute for everybody, and then realize, oh my God, I'm doing exactly what I got out of other things because of. It's like I've become a New Thought fundamentalist. That's not good either. And I'll tell you where you'll see a lot of that. And I love the Course in Miracles. But there are some Course in Miracles fundamentalists out there. And they will say, oh, no, that's not what they meant. This is exactly. And I'm going, oh, my gosh, the same thing going on again. So we have that ego. Ego's not real comfortable with we are all one. Ego is going to try to show why you're better or worse. Ego will also tell you that you're worse. But there's a couple of words that you can use when you find yourself getting excited about something without making other people that don't do it wrong. And they're the two words, for me. If you're talking to somebody about something and you say, for me, all of a sudden you're not making it, this is the way it is. The Dalai Lama has a great thing. He says, Buddhism is the only religion for me. You see the difference? He didn't say Buddhism's the only religion. You know, if you say, Jesus is the only Son of God for me, I'm like, absolutely, that's the only Son of God for you. That's God's child for you. If you say Jesus is the only Son of God, and if you don't believe that, then you're going to hell. I don't hang out with you anymore. You know? So anyway, the whole concept of a judgmental God that plays favorites and you got to do everything right. You've probably heard this before, but the idea that God created humanity in God's image feels really good. But what happened with humans, they decided, that's not enough for me. I'm going to create God in my image. An angry, emotional, selective, blah, blah, blah. And so it's very, very important to not get pulled into a God that was created in the worst of humanity, you know, revenge and punishment and lightning and all that. That's like, no, God did not create you in that image. You created God in your image in that way. And that is what makes us feel bad and separated and not connected with other people, which is the most important thing. So, there's a lot of different ways our diversity shows up. You know, male, female, and we're learning more and more than ever that is a continuum, right? I knew it was, but in the last 10 years, we're finding out much more than I even had any clue about how diverse male and female is, okay? You know, we don't really do black and white that much with skin color anymore. I don't think that people are in that consciousness, but there was a time. Black people were treated this way, white people were treated this way, and then we realized that if this is black and this is white, guess where we all are? Somewhere in here. New Thought was one of the first places to break down a lot of those barriers. This is gay and this is straight, guess where we all are? People often ask me when they meet me and they see me, they go, are y'all a couple? And I know why they're saying that. They think that I'm gay, and that's fine. That's fine. But I tell them I'm a gay heterosexual, you know? You know, because, yeah, I'm sorry, you know. So, but, you know, it's all this continuum. And the one that is the most difficult for people now is when they judge people because they're of a different color. And I'm not talking about race, because that's getting better and better and better. And LGBTQ plus is getting better and better and better, acceptance and non-judging. But the political colors, that's the one that's the toughest to embody, at least now. I do believe it will change. We're soggy, but we're going to get that lushness. But we're soggy right now from these. Ooh, did might go out? Okay, let's see what that is. That couldn't be a battery, huh? Angelina, you might have to come tell a joke. Okay. Thank you. That was me.
Okay, so we're going to tell another Buddhist joke. Why don't Buddhists vacuum in corners? Because they have no attachments. Right? Wouldn't that be great to have no attachments always? I know I sometimes still work on that. So anyway.
Okay, I know I have batteries in here.
Well, you talk on mine, and I'll find you batteries.
Oh, I got them.
Oh, he's got them. Okay. Usually it's my mic that runs out of batteries, right?
How much does it cost for a pirate to get their ears pierced? About $1 an ear.
That's good.
Thank you.
Don't get him started on pirate jokes.
Don't get me on a pirate joke.
That's right.
Where do pirates buy their hooks? From the secondhand shop. Okay, thank you. You did what you did great. We have some nice consolation gifts for you backstage. I was talking about how perfect things were this morning when they went out of way, and I get a chance to prove it. So, we can be on the forefront of this unity movement as well, the movement of bringing unity and oneness into the political world. That doesn't mean you have to change your politics or change how you vote or change your color. Your color, I believe a lot of your color, even politically, is genetic to create the diversity of the universe. We have the diversity. So if we're going to go with simple red and blue, if this is red and this is blue, guess what we all are? Some version of purple. Some sort of purple in there, okay? And here's a great example. I've been reading a book lately. It's called A Whole New Mind. And I'm getting a little close to time here, so I need to write it down before I go into my final song. But what this author says is every single human being on the planet has a left hemisphere and a right hemisphere in their brain. And you work better when they both work together. And there is a correlation in politics with that as well. They will work better when they learn to work together. Some people will lean more analytical, which would be more left brain, analytical and logical and blah, 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 foundational, blah, blah. And some people live more right brain, creative, artist, empathy, compassion, all those things. We work better as a society when we find a way to bridge. And I like thinking of it more of a left and a right brain than I do left and right politics. It just makes it a lot more human to get right to it. Because a lot of the politics stuff in parties are man-made. But the left and the right brain, God gave us that. The two hemispheres to work together. Somebody said, in a world where everything was right brain, the trains would never arrive on time. so we need some of that to go. So anyway, that's called A Whole New Mind. So this song is called Different Shades of Humanity. And it was originally inspired many years ago by the feeling of separation and judgment of different people. And then I kind of updated it a few years ago when I saw that we needed to add the red and blue to it as well. Okay, thank you, honey. So I was listening to a lot of Aerosmith when I wrote this. You'll probably hear it. Take a look at the world you're in. Do you judge someone by the color of skin? This one's black and that one's white. We don't want to add to the racial strife. Let me tell you now, we are all the same on the inside. I don't know any black people. I don't know any white people. We're all different shades of humanity. I don't know any brown people. I don't know any yellow people. We're all different shades of humanity. Yes, we are. They all want to know who turns you on, so they can decide if you're right or wrong. She goes this way, he goes that. It's only love, and that's a natural fact. Let me tell you now, we are all the same on the inside. I don't know any gay people. I don't know any straight people. We're all different shades of humanity. I don't know any right people. I don't know any wrong people. We're all different shades of humanity. Yes, we are. 99% of our DNA is all the same, at least. They all want to know who you voted for, so they can show you in or show you the door. She votes left and he votes right. It's a hell of a recipe for a holiday fight. Let me tell you now, we are all the same on the inside. I don't know any left people. I don't know any right people. We're all different shades of humanity. don't know any blue people. We're all different shades of humanity. I don't know any black people. I don't know any white people. We're all different shades of humanity. I don't know any liberal people. I don't know any conservative people, because we're all different shades of humanity. Let me tell you now, we are all the same on the inside, one race. And now, where two or more are gathered, take up an offering.
Am I on? I'm on. I was saying encore, right? Put your hands again together.
We're going to do a closing song with a thank you.
Good. We will get an encore. So we are, do you want me to read this before doing this or after?
After.
Okay. So we are going to be doing an offering for our church, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what you can do to support Armand and Angelina. So if you want to text to support, there's a number on the screen. If you want to go through PayPal, you can do that. If you want to go to the website, there's a donation button, or you can, send something in the mail, put a stamp on it, and send it in. So whatever you do, either hold your thought or hold your offering to your heart, and let's say this together here. Today, I know the activity of divine abundance is at work in my life and the life of this center. I give and receive generously as I live in the flow of bountiful good. And so it is.
We'll sing a little bit. Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Once more. Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Love, make me an instrument of your peace.
We know change is good, right?
Very good. The only constant is change.
And I guess I better use this here. So just speaking a word of blessing over each and every individual abundance, adding to the abundance of staying in the flow of the abundance of spirit, and knowing that each and every coin, each and every bill here is representing so much more and is contributing to that lushness that we are experiencing here right now today and will continue into eternity. I'm just using some language from these beautiful people here. And so I'm just knowing that this is building our community more than we can ever imagine possible. And I'm so grateful. And together we say, and so it is. And then I would like to also share with you, Armand and Angelina want everyone to have their music. So they offer their CDs and books on a suggested exchange basis. And so please take what you desire, give from your heart back there, and feel free to tithe in the future if you don't have it now. So that's so beautiful that you guys are able to do that. Thank you. And just a few announcements. Hey, if you want to hang around and you didn't already buy a ticket, today at noon, and that's for 2 hours?
About an hour or so.
Okay, about an hour or so, from noon till 1:30-ish or so, today, and that's a $20 donation. So please stay for that. Native American flute. I'm excited. I'll be going. And my stepson will be here as well. Weed pulling party. I do have an extra note from Patty I want to say about this too. Weed pulling party. I heard some woohoos. And for the kids too. So September 13th, as you can see on here, from 8 to noon, pulling 18 weeds gets a prize. We are making this so fun, right? Because the rain is bringing up the weeds, okay? It's bringing up the flowers too, but we gotta sort things out. So 18 weeds gets you a prize, includes lunch and friends, which is awesome. And Patty also wants me to share that there's going to be raffle tickets that you get for showing up. And you can win a practitioner session with Pam, a home-cooked creation from Valerie, or a play date with me. So we're thinking about the kids on this one, but if an adult wins the play date, I will play with you. We will have a good time. We'll find something fun to do, I promise. The Wise Women's Celebration or Conversations Celebrating All Women is Sunday, September 14th. That's next Sunday at noon. $15 donation. Seven Paths to God, that is Saturday, September 27th, 9 to noon in person, 12:30 to 3:30 on Zoom. So if you are interested in that, you can sign up. And please stay after the last song here. You can come on up for a 1-minute miracle with any of our practitioners. And then again, if you want to stay for the flute workshop, or if there's anything back there that you would like to pull music-wise and leave a donation. I'll let you guys have the floor.
So last night we did something kind of silly. We told everybody in the audience, we said, of any place we've ever played, this audience tonight is the most recent. But what I want to say is something more heartfelt than that. I cannot remember being as enthusiastically supported ever any better than what we have here today. So thank you so much. And I'm hoping that's a roll, because a similar thing happened 2 weeks ago at the CSL in Morristown, New Jersey, where we were on the Sunday, and it was the same feeling. So maybe we are really all past that great pause where people are back out and maybe even more fully, because of the sogginess, more fully lush in their enthusiasm. So this is a simple song from Godspell, another one of our favorite movies. So we changed the words a little bit, and that is, what's the words? Oh, day by day. Oh, dear God. We're not going to say the word Lord, because it's a little bit of a loaded word, even though it just means teacher. But it's a loaded word. We're going to use the word God. Okay, we invite you to stand up. Day by day, day by day, oh dear God, three things I pray: to see Thee more clearly, love Thee more dearly, follow Thee more nearly, thee more dearly. Follow thee more dearly. Day by day. All right, let's get some disco. All right, you got it, Jeff. Whoop, whoop.
Day by day.
Oh, dear God.
Three things I pray.
Three things I pray, to see thee more clearly, day by day, love thee more dearly, day by day, see thee more clearly, day by day, love thee more dearly, day by day, follow thee more dearly, day by day, day by day, day by day, day by day, day by day. Ooh. 1 minute miracle.
Yes, many blessings.